DJ, what's going on, my man? I think you might have to unmute there on the screen.
What's going on? How you doing?
Good. You doing okay?
Yes, sir.
All righty. You can take that. You can take the gator down for a little bit if you wanted to. I'm sure you're after practice here. Need to get that down. But we're going right into questions if that's cool with you. And we're going to start with Chris Stock from Inside the U. Chris, if you had a question for DJ.
Yeah, DJ, I was curious about D. Wiggins, a guy you've trained with over the offseason, maybe what you've seen with him as he develops, and also what it's been like going against him in practice, getting ready for the season.
He's been developing real well. I mean, getting his hands better, getting out his routes faster, and even making his routes more crisp. Going against him every day, it's been good. I mean, getting him better, he's getting me better. We just working out there.
DJ, we're going to go to Chris Perkins at Sports Illustrated. Chris, if you had a question for DJ.
DJ, I know you guys are a little more experienced this year as a secondary. I'm wondering how that's going to translate into the game. Are there technique things that you're going to be able to do this year that maybe you weren't so good at last year? Blitzing, bump and run, press, any things along those lines?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, I think I'm getting better at my press. Recognizing what routes are coming, and how the wide receivers' tendencies and whatnot. And as a secondary, we're just more connected, building that relationship, making sure we communicate throughout the secondary and making plays.
DJ, we're going to go to Matt Shodell at Kane Sport. Matt, if you had a question for DJ.
Hey, DJ. Want to ask you about, some of the younger guys. I guess you and Al are the sort of guys that have, quote unquote, real experience. Christian, DeCorey, Marcus, Isaiah. Have you seen those guys stepping up? I mean, how good a depth are you guys going to have, do you think, at cornerback this year?
I think all the cornerbacks that we have right now are stepping up and are doing very well. I mean, I believe if Coach Ron put them on the field at any time or any point in the game, that they would do as good as we doing out there. Yeah, so all of them are dogs, man. I believe in each and every one of them, and I believe that we could do it.
Awesome. DJ, we're going to go to David Lake at Inside the U. David, if you had a question for DJ.
Yeah, DJ, you touched on it a little bit, but just the communication in the secondary, how important is that to y'all's success in general? And then also going against this new style of offense, how much is that preparing you guys, getting those looks they provide?
I would say it's very important to communicate in the back end because most of the time I play on the opposite side of the field, so it'll be harder for me to get the signals or the calls from the D coordinator. But knowing that I got the safety that's going and the linebacker that's going to tell me the call, tell me what's going on, looking at the splits or whatnot, letting me know what's going on, I think that's a big help. And going against the offense that we're going against, it helps us getting set faster. The tempo is way faster, so going against other teams, I don't think it'll be a big problem.
Great. DJ, we're going to go to Daryl Streeter at Footballville. Daryl, if you had a question for DJ.
DJ, any of the freshmen coming in caught your eye? Any of the freshmen coming in caught your eye? Any of them seem to be a little more talented than you thought they would be?
The freshmen in general or specific?
Freshman wide receivers, I'm sorry.
I would say all of them. I mean, all of them are pretty good. I won't say neither of them are bad or whatnot, but all of them are putting in the amount of work that they should be putting in. When I go against them, they give me the same amount of work that other receivers give me. So, yeah, I think they have the opportunity to play as long as they get in the playbook and know what they're doing.
Awesome. We're going to go to Susan Miller-Degnan at the Miami Herald. Susan, if you had a question for DJ.
Hey, DJ. The NCAA Division I Council is recommending to the NCAA Board of Directors that they give all fall sport athletes, all football athletes, an additional year of eligibility, kind of like a free year next year. What are your thoughts of that, for the seniors and for kids that are not even seniors?
I think it's good, knowing that the predicament that we're in this year, they have the opportunity to come back in this year. Wouldn't matter for them, but I'm not really focused on that right now. I'm just focused on the season and what's planned ahead for us.
And as a follow, how I asked Al, what's it like defending De'Ara King's passing game?
It's very complicated. I mean, knowing that he could throw different types of balls to the different types of receivers that we have, you just have to know who you're going up against and who you're guarding.
DJ, we're going to go to David Ferones at the Sun Sentinel. David, if you had a question for DJ.
Hey, DJ, just what's this camp been like for you as a guy that's coming back with a lot of experience, as opposed to previous years where, you don't have that game experience. So now having seen all that in games, just how did things change for you, your approach?
The approach changed for me because knowing, like seeing the guys that's coming up under me as far as the freshmen, they don't really know what to expect. It's their first camp. So making sure they're on the right path, getting to meetings, making sure they make their meals, checking in, and getting everything done that they need to be done it was like one of the biggest parts for me.
Great. DJ, last but not least, we have Matt Shodell at Canesport. Matt, if you had a question for DJ.
Yes, sir, DJ. So, last year was sort of up and down for you, right? I mean, you were a starter, then you weren't, then you came on strong again. Like, what did you learn from that experience that you can sort of push forward to this year?
I just got to slow the game down, overthinking and just being everywhere. I mean, I got to slow the game down and just play football. That's all.
Awesome. DJ, thanks for spending a few minutes with us today, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you soon.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate y'all.